problem.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another episode of the Fantasy Football Show. It is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday,
It's
my
Tuesday.
dudes. Taco Tuesday!
Holy bro, it's Tuesday.
It's
Tuesday.
Tuesday, November 24th, 2020.
Dude, get your asshole out of my face.
I'm your host, Colin Ellis, joined by the boys.
Killer Keemstar. Sorry.
Timothy,
Samson. And me, Brandon.
And me, Bryce.
There we go. We got the boys in here. We got a killer episode for you all. The outline of this is going to go as follows. We're going to hit them with some news and notes, get into the start of the week recap from all of us, our pick'em pool, and as well as buy or sell, and then get into some studs and duds from this past week. We'll just kick it off into the news. Joe Mixon placed on IR. That happened after our last show, so a little bit of old news, but Drew Brees has 11 fractured ribs. The number just keeps going up. Julio Jones, hamstring injury, might not play this week. It's going to be a game-time decision. Joe Burrow, torn ACL, MCL, as well as structural damage, which Adam Schefter said on Monday Night Football is meniscus and PCL damage. 9 to 11 months. It was a really gross injury. Did you guys see the actual injury?
Yeah, I saw his knee pop out and go back in.
Yeah. He literally got folded up like a lawn chair.
It's rough. Dude, Samson is
it's rough to an offense full of a lot of fantasy assets.
Yes. The Cincinnati Bengals offense has been good.
Alright, you got it.
No more Samson for the rest of the show. I apologize. I know he's a fan favorite, but
the dude hung me today.
yeah. So it really sucks about Joe Burrow, but moving on to another ACL injury. Rex Burkhead, he definitely tore his ACL. His leg was looking all floppy.
Oh yeah.
Flop. That one was kind of gross. You hate to see it. He was having a good year as far as touchdowns are concerned. Tua, he got pulled. Don't know if it was because he was hurt or because he was playing like hot garbage. Juju got hurt. He stepped on a flag.
Dumb. So dumb.
Juju stepped on a flag and then got hurt. But he was at practice today, so I don't know what that was. Bruce, did you see it?
Yeah.
The flag. Yeah, he was. I think it was on a run play. He kind of ran out a little bit, and then the ref kind of just threw the flag down, and he it looked like he rolled his ankle. They're saying that it's a toe injury, which doesn't make sense, but
Hey man,
He wasn't, thankfully, he wasn't running full speed or anything. He was kind of just
yeah, he was kind of just jogging, and he was just pissed off that it happened.
Yeah, but he was back at practice today, so shouldn't be a big issue. Kyler hurt his shoulder on Thursday night, but they said today that, quote, there's no concern about Week 12. A.J. Brown injury, there was a wrist issue in overtime or late in the fourth quarter. I'm pretty sure he came out and played, so just monitor that for the rest of the week. Really sad news, the Cowboys strength and conditioning coach, Marcus Paul, it was feared that he passed away this morning at the practice facility, but they closed the facility for that reason, and it came out that he was just in the hospital, some sort of health issue. Prayers up for that man.
Very strong man.
Hope Marcus Paul gets better. T's and P's. In better news, Austin Eckler designated to return off of IR. I love that. I love Austin Eckler. He's an incredible athlete. Adam Thielen onto the COVID-19 reserve list. LaMichael Pirine high ankle sprain. And major news for the Thanksgiving night game, Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins, and I think 3 other players and 4 other personnel tested positive for COVID. So that's 2 of their 3 major running backs this year are hurt, or not hurt, but won't play Thursday. I'm sure Bruce and the Steelers are feeling more confident now.
Yeah, can we
They still have their number 1 running back anyway.
Gus Edwards?
Lamar.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Yeah, he's really going to run all over the Steelers, too. Can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Big game.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to throw another 3 interceptions.
Yeah, so you're feeling pretty confident, huh?
I mean, at home. We beat them in Baltimore. We could beat them at home.
All right. Arrogant Steelers fan. All right, moving on. Out of news. That was our news and notes for this Tuesday.
Look at that.
We will move on to start of the week recap. Excuse me. We're going on to buy or sell. So the records currently, Boyer 7-1. Myself and Brandon 6-2. Bruce and Zach 5-3. The buy or sell was based around James Robinson top 11, Terry McLaurin top 5, Michael Thomas top 20, Zeke top 7, Tua top 10. Tua finished 25, Zeke finished 4, Michael Thomas finished 13th, Terry McLaurin finished 33rd, and James Robinson finished 22nd. Not to toot my own horn or pat myself in the back, I went 5-0 this week.
Wait, what did I say Michael Thomas would be?
Top 20.
Oh, okay, so it's correct.
Yeah, he was 13th. Yeah, we all bought that one.
Yeah.
Zeke though. Yeah, Zeke really did impress. Mm-hmm. He looked good too. First 100-yard game this season.
And Tony Pollard had a long touchdown.
You can hate on Zeke in Dallas as much as you want, but Zeke is still Zeke.
I mean, did
pop.
you hear how Big Mike got in there and motivated the guys for the Cowboys?
Mm-hmm.
Took a sledgehammer in there, couple of
crushed
watermelons.
Yeah, he took them.
I feel like they said that they put Dalvin Cook's, like a picture of Dalvin Cook's head on one, I think. I don't know if that's true, my man. But, I mean, it motivated the Cowboys. They got a win. Andy Dalton was slinging that thing. Got Amari Cooper involved, which is a good segue into starts of the week.
And CeeDee Lamb had a hell of a catch.
Oh, dude. CeeDee Lamb and Adam Thielen were playing horse. Dude, Adam Thielen, his one-hand catch in the corner, that was nasty. Moving on to starts of the week. We'll start with myself. I got it in front of me. I had Big Ben. He's quarterback 15, so I think that's a miss. Kalen Ballage, RB 16, that's a hit. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver 16, that's a hit. Hayden Hurst, 0 points. That's not a hit. So Bruce had Alex Smith. He was quarterback 23 on the week. A little bit of a miss there. Michael P. Ryan, running back 30. Miss there. Sort of. I mean, he got hurt, so.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
You had the Steelers wide receivers, which finished Juju, wide receiver 63, Deontay, wide receiver 8, and Chase Claypool, wide receiver 23. I think those last two are hits. Do you want to talk about the Steelers game? Because I'm sure you watched it fairly close.
He did too. I watched it here. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It was like 0-3, and I was a little worried, but they didn't look back after that. And then once the Steelers defense got going in the second half, they weren't getting stopped. It was your game.
Yeah, Luton's got to go.
Bring Gardner back.
It was pretty rough just watching Luton just sling that thing right to the wrong team.
Guy, man. What happened to that?
I did have some faith until I actually fully watched the game.
What college did Luton go to, man?
No clue.
Put all my faith in him, man.
Yeah, what did Jake Luton finish with?
4 interceptions.
-1 points?
Yeah, -1.96. He was.
What was his complete?
He was 16 of 37 for 151, no touchdowns, 4 picks.
A phenomenal rating of 15.
Dude, those, like, I feel like a lot of those picks, it would just cut to red zone and the ball would just be in the air. Like, it would just be like a duck.
Yeah,
like,
there's one that got tipped at the line, and then Mika picked it, and then
Mika picked 2.
Mika picked 2, and Terrell Edmonds picked 2.
From Oregon
And
State.
Terrell Edmonds had a nice one. Like, he tipped it up himself and then got it back.
Yeah, so Steelers wide receivers, for the most part, had a great game. Deontay is really looking like AB, like not fully there, of course, but he's filling in that type of role. Same like body type and stuff like that. Taysom Hill, Bruce's tight end start of the week, tight end 2 on the week. If anything, that just says Travis Kelce's really good. They had a quarterback playing as tight end, and Travis Kelce still finished.
They took Taysom out of tight end eligibility too.
Yep.
He's no longer the cheat code man.
That was
I
expected it. That's why you're trying to trade him the whole
for
time.
a week.
He traded him too,
Yeah,
man.
good job on the trade, Luke. That was a goodie.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll finish up starts of the week and we'll talk a little bit of trade talk. How about that? That sound good?
Oh, we're doing trade talk?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Brandon,
And we're making a trade.
do you wanna talk about your starts of the week?
My starts of the week, I mean, me and Bryce with the QE, Alex Smith.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they got the win.
Did they?
I think they did.
Wait, Washington?
Who'd they play?
I have no
They
clue.
Lions, right?
No, Carolina.
We beat the football
Yeah,
team.
Washington won 20-9. They had Cincy.
Dude, I'm saying we beat the
Sorry,
football
that's what it
team.
was.
Can-
Get out of here.
Did you see
Another shitty team.
Joe Burrow just get smacked by
At the goal line?
Yeah.
Chase Young.
Yeah.
Chase Young, a big man.
Dude.
Chase Young, a big and scary
And then
man.
that was like a scrum. They called it a fumble touchback, and then it got called a fumble, and then another fumble by the defense. The offense recovered for a touchdown, I think. I think
Wait,
that's
really?
what happened. I think that's what
Back
happened.
and forth, man.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Brandon's running back start. Starts him over Alvin Kamara.
And it
Scores
works.
more.
He scores
Damian
more.
He scored
Damian
more than Alvin
Harris.
this week.
Yeah, Brandon
Bold move, paid off, still lost.
Did it pay off? Did it?
Yeah, Brandon had Damian Harris. He finished running back 19 on the week. With Sony coming back, I saw that he got activated before the game, and I was really concerned for Damian Harris because Rex Burkhead and Cam Newton were stealing touchdowns, and then I thought Sony would come in and steal touchdowns, but Damian Harris got it done on the ground. Wasn't as efficient as usual, but I think going forward, Sony will take away from Damian Harris, if anything, because they're the same type of player.
He's gone. He's dropped.
Yeah,
He's
and
out of here.
James White is, I think he's going to be a good ad the rest of the season, just taking up all of the passing work.
Yeah, I could agree with that. And then I had Amari Cooper, which I said that he was going to drop 20 plus. I said he was going to be a top 13 wide receiver. That was a miss. That was a miss.
That was a miss.
But he scored 14.1 points and was wide receiver 27, which is what he was projected, to be honest. That's what he was going for. And so he didn't really boom, he didn't really bust. He just was there.
I was worried.
I feel like he did better than any of us expected.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you got Kyle Rudolph as well.
Rudolph with 5.4 points.
Mr. ROUDOLF. I can't spell.
5.4 points, tight end 24. I mean, darn. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, painful. I kind of would have hoped that he would have a big week, but it doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah.
Big swing and miss.
Man, you gotta stop.
That stuff was not.
Dude, my aunt. Feel my elbow pressure right now. Feel it.
Take it off.
They're off.
All right. Moving on to Boyer's starts of the week.
I
Take it away.
felt pretty good about my starts. Started Taysom Hill, quarterback. Of course, I didn't have him. Colin Adams, tight end. He was quarterback 3. Mike Davis, I was actually impressed. He worried me because the last 4 games he has scored 8.5, I think, averaged. He didn't score the 30 that I was hoping for, but he scored 16 points. Not horrible. Now, I did call Curtis Samuel. I'm really mad Luke didn't play him.
Yeah.
He played Marvin Jones Jr. over him. So Curtis Samuel, I said top 15 to top 10. He scored, it was top 11 with 21 points. And then TJ Hawkinson, I mean, he did what he was supposed to. Scored me 10. I'm impressed by it, and tied in 13. So I think my picks were great this week.
Yeah, solid. So I'll talk about this. I'll talk about this.
All right, so let me start off with my starts of the week. Kirk Cousins, best QB in the league? No, not at all. He's actually one of the worst. But QB 5 on the week, 23 points. I called a top 10 finish.
There you go.
He made it way better.
What a beast.
Unfortunately, I didn't play him.
There
But
goes the rest.
it's okay. We go to Naheem Hines. Had a solid 8.3 points for a running back, 35 finish.
So I want to talk about Naeem Hines here because they come into the game right before kickoff. It comes out that Frank Reich says Naeem Hines will have the bulk of the carries. Naeem Hines had 8 touches, and Jonathan Taylor finishes the game with like 20-plus opportunities.
The Colts don't
What
make
the
sense.
fuck? I hate it. It's so stupid.
The Colts don't make sense as a team.
No, Jonathan Taylor played incredible as well. Like, I was watching that game pretty closely, and he was just busting nice runs. He was getting some passing work. But it's just so annoying that the coaching staff comes out and they're like, Naeem Hines, yep, he's our guy now.
I will admit, though, biggest balls in the league, or on the Indianapolis Colts.
Fourth down.
Fourth downs are
They
their
just go for it.
Ooh,
They just go
They don't care.
Frank Reich
It's
crunches
kind of
the
Phillip
numbers.
Rivers.
biggest
They're
balls.
just like,
Big
do it.
wheelbarrow carry.
Ball sack huge.
But yeah, running back 35 was kind of a miss. Anyways, wide receiver DJ Moore. He was playing Detroit. Yeah, wide receiver 9, 21.8 points. Ouch. And then my tight end Logan Thomas finished with a whopping 2.8 points.
Yeah.
Tight end 39. He wasn't
Back
even
in the top,
starting in a
baby.
normal NFL team. I don't know how that happens, but it happens.
Yeah. We can talk about the Lions game in a bit.
Nah, that's
But
okay.
let's talk some trade talk. So today I completed a trade with Luke, he is. I've been working on trying to get Raheem Mostert away from him for a while, honestly, just because I need another running back. He's about to come back, and the 49ers are incredibly efficient on the ground. And plus, this was trade deadline day, so I was just trying to get something done, trying to shake it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the trade was Taysom Hill, who I wasn't going to play anymore. I might have played him at quarterback, and as well as A.J. Brown, who I'm in between him and Justin Jefferson as my wide receiver too. So I was kind of like, I might play him. And as well, who else did I trade?
You traded
Rojo. I traded Rojo. And I probably wasn't going to play him the rest of the season unless Leonard Fournette gets hurt. So in my eyes, I traded away 3 pieces who I wasn't really going to use. I really only traded A.J. Brown for Raheem Mostert, which to me, with Austin Eckler coming back as well, I'm getting better running back depth. Yeah.
Honestly, man, at first when I saw it, I looked at it and I was like, what is Colin doing?
Yeah.
And then I saw that Taysom Hill is no longer eligible as a tight end, rendering him to be a bit of a useless option.
Yeah.
So good job. That's why I was saying good job, Luke.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, didn't think you needed A.J. Brown. I'd take Justin Jefferson over him any day, personally. And then, who was the other guy? Rojo?
Yeah.
Hit or miss.
He's so good. Like, he's incredible. I was watching this game Monday night, and Leonard Fournette drops the ball 3 times. And if that was Rojo, he's out for the rest of the game. But they kept going to Leonard Fournette in the passing game.
And
it was so frustrating.
Because Leonard Fournette had that one touchdown.
It was so frustrating. I dislike Leonard Fournette to a different level.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Yeah, me neither.
Unreliable.
Definitely. But yeah, that was the trade talk I kind of wanted to talk about. Are you guys? This is trade deadline day. Are you guys looking at getting another player, getting another asset, bolstering on any positions?
No.
Really.
Hey, what's Brandon looking at? I see a trade on the table here.
Well, I sent, a trade Luke, dickhead. Tyler Boyd for Adam Thielen. That's still up in the air. Adam Thielen is out, but maybe he's just for something. We don't really know exactly. They say COVID. Is it 100% COVID now?
Yes.
Okay. So
I think
He
it's
goes
just
out
close.
to cancel.
I think it's just a close contact as well. So he
Yeah,
might
it was
play
like a
this week.
high,
Yeah,
high risk contact or
So
something.
maybe Luke just goes, oh, shit, he's hell. Tyler Boyd, I like Tyler Boyd. Except, I don't know. Don't know what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
Could see it. And then me and Colin got something brewing here. We got Allen Robinson or Antonio Brown.
So
I'm partial.
I'm just going to backtrack real quick. I also made the trade because Julio and Adam Thielen are out probably this week, possibly this week. So A.J. Brown helps him out. So that was all. But, yeah. Here's how I see it. A.J. Brown is about to go off. Not A.J. Brown. Antonio Brown is about to go off. He is getting tons of targets. He just needs that breakaway. Tom is missing him on deep balls. I have a stat right here, actually.
Deep balls.
Are you ready for this Tom Brady deep ball stat?
I'm ready for some deep balls.
So last night, he was 0-6 with 2 picks on deep passes versus the Rams.
What a beast.
Brady is 0-19 on deep passes in the last 4 games. Weeks 1 through 7, 12 for 39, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Weeks 8 through 11, 0 for 19, no touchdowns, 3 picks. All right. Tom's not throwing the deep ball as efficiently anymore. And Allen Robinson, I think, is... If I can get Allen Robinson, that just helps me out. And I think I'm not playing AB right now, so I might play Allen Robinson.
The thing that's up there is Antonio Brown could be a big boom guy. Down the line, he could be incredible. I feel like Allen Robinson's going to peak at 15 to 20, a little bit over 20 points. Which, I feel like I want a big boom guy on the team right now. Because I have DK, Tyreek. Why not just throw in a big boom guy instead of Antonio? Or not Antonio, Allen Robinson.
And at the end of the day, man, having a wide receiver 3 does sound a lot more appealing than a wide receiver 1, doesn't it?
That's the part where I have to think about that. Because, what I was saying earlier, so the Bucs are stacked on wide receivers. And then you have the Bears, and that's
The only target.
Yeah.
Also, just looking ahead, once playoffs start, week 14, 15, and 16, the Bucs they have an incredible playoff schedule. They get Minnesota, Atlanta, Detroit. They can't defend the pass at all.
Yeah.
And as what?
Nah, man.
I mean, two Carolina Panthers inside the top 12 for receivers. And as well, Allen Robinson's schedule, rest of season, Green Bay, Detroit, Houston, Minnesota, Jacksonville. That's incredibly friendly. And AB has a bye on week 13. So I'm trying to steal a game as well. That's part of why I want Allen Robinson.
Said week 13?
Yeah, week 13 bye.
Okay.
But
Okay, so you said something about Nick Foles slightly.
yeah, so Nick Foles is they have not named a starting quarterback for this week 12 game against the Packers. Nick Foles is hurt. He got carted off the field. Mitch Trubisky flew to California 2 weeks ago to get his second opinion on his shoulder. So he might have a third-string quarterback. I mean, even if you start Mitch Trubisky or Nick Foles, it's a third-string quarterback this year. Like, it's just been poor. But Allen Robinson's been getting it done either way.
So this one's going to take some time to think about it, and we'll have an update on that one on the next one.
All right. Any other trades you guys want to talk about?
I did just propose one to Luke.
All right. What do you? What do you?
I was looking for Adam Thielen. I like some Adam Thielen. But it was Kenny Galladay and J.D. McKissick for Adam Thielen.
Well, I'm down.
Two of my favorite players, and you're gonna try and get them, right? Two
I,
of my favorite players.
I literally never play Kenny Galladay anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll take him.
he hasn't played.
No, he hasn't played. When he's played, he's done good,
You
except for a
want
zero.
DJ?
No.
DJ for Kenny?
PJ Walker, XFL MVP.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel that Tyler Boyd trade. It's definitely not getting accepted.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take it.
All right.
I know he likes Kenny Galladay though.
Well, we'll move on to
Who doesn't like Kenny Galladay?
Yeah, Kenny G's sick. We'll move on to the Pick'em recap. So standings after this week stand: myself, Brandon, Boyer, and Zach at 9 and 6. Bruce at 8 and 7. So very tight.
What game did I miss?
You picked Detroit.
Yeah, you picked Detroit.
Oh man.
And you also picked Green Bay.
That's the game I missed.
But, so, Boyer, in the New England Patriots versus Houston Texans game, said Damian Harris was going to get less than 5 points. He got 12, so.
Dude, tripping.
Yeah,
That's
for real.
like me would talk about James Robinson.
Damian Harris got into the end zone. So, that's what I said he needed. I mean,
I would have been pretty close if he didn't get in the end zone.
That is true.
yeah. Yeah. But I picked New England.
No way I picked New England.
Did
I actually pick New England? Yo, I'm a fake fan of Sean Watson, man. Get out of
Dude,
here.
everybody was saying Deshaun Watson was going to have a bad game this week.
No.
And if you watch like before the game,
before the game, they were all
fantasy,
saying
they're like,
bad
people-
games.
Did I really pick New England?
Yes.
Oh my
People
god.
overestimate the Pats defense so hard, and
He
it's
was
so
quarterback
annoying.
one this week, was he
Stephon
not?
Gilmore.
Dude,
He was
no,
quarterback one this week.
England's
That's why I didn't
defense
start
is
Will Fuller.
What was he?
awful.
You look him up.
New England's
Watson
defense
was?
is awful.
I think he was quarterback 1 or 2.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, just from the games I've been watching, New England's bad on D. Detroit, Carolina. Myself and Boyer picked Carolina. Boyer said 49-21, a gross overestimate
Oh, yeah.
of the
I know
Detroit
Detroit was
Lions
not going to
defense.
show up.
It's 20-0. Zach, did you catch any of the game?
Yeah.
How
What happened?
difficult was it to watch?
Let's just move on to the next one.
All right.
Pain. PJ Walker diced
There's
us up.
Yep. Pitt, Jacksonville. Brandon picked Jacksonville. You got to. It's your team.
Because they were going to win, but then they got cheated.
Yeah, Jake Luton. They did something to him. I don't know what. But.
Yeah, Tennessee, Baltimore. This is a really good game.
I'm sorry Baltimore lost, but I'm also happy that Mark Andrews scored 20 points.
Yeah, A.J. Brown's a beast.
Dude,
Did you see his touchdown?
4 people trying to take him down.
I mean,
He got stopped
Mike
3
Evans
separate
did the
times.
Same thing,
Mike
too.
Evans?
Yeah.
Just different guys. They're
Bred
insane.
different.
They're built different.
Brandon said it was going to be a close, high-scoring
They're
game with a
bred.
61-point over, under, and it was 54 points.
It was-
it
It was a touchdown and a PAT away.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Went into overtime. Great game. This game was also really good. Green Bay versus the Colts. The Colts
Dude.
came back at half. They were down 28-14, I think. I was
hate
listening to
Phillip
Aaron
Rivers.
Rodgers and Pat McAfee, and Aaron Rodgers was talking about the game.
That dude that dropped the balls are getting death threats.
MVS. See, Aaron Rodgers talked about this. He was like, I mean, we wouldn't have been there without MVS. He caught the seam pass to force overtime. He caught another ball on the sideline to get a first down in crunch time. Yeah, it's just stupid.
I feel like he drops a lot though.
Yeah, he's very
Always has been.
inconsistent. Yeah,
But the dude doesn't deserve death threats.
no, that's
No.
fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said earlier, Jonathan Taylor had an incredible game.
Packers
Dude,
fans are
Phillip
toxic.
Rivers was throwing the ball like he was like Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
The dude was just throwing him on the dime. And I don't like Phillip Rivers, but I'm starting to lean towards him because
Yeah.
it's kind of fun to watch if he's
What
going
if-
to keep doing this.
It was Green Bay's defense.
Yeah, Green Bay's D is
I
a little
hate
bit
his- I hate
suspect.
his throwing
He wasn't
motion.
throwing it like that
Um,
what, last night? No, 2 nights ago?
he was coming in and out of the locker room, so something to monitor his health wise. Michael Pittman, wide receiver for the Colts, had another great game. 17.6 fantasy points. I picked him up in our league just for a bit of a flyer.
I was going to pick him up.
He's
too.
emerging, and this Colts team's pretty good. So I hate trusting Phil, but Michael Pittman's really talented. This Chiefs Vegas game, this game was good.
It
It was
was
good
really
until
good.
Pat Mahomes decided to
Bro,
actually play at the end.
here's the
I'm going to be
He
honest.
said,
At the end of
"Alright."
that, game, Brandon had Darren Waller, I had Josh Jacobs, and they were at the goal line for a solid 20 minutes, and it was
God.
it was so tight because it's either going to be a run to Josh Jacobs or a pass to Darren Waller. That's literally what it was either going to be.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy because it was the 1 yard line, then half a yard line, then a quarter of a yard, and then back 10 yards.
It was
And then instantly
the same dude that had the penalties, the dude that caught the touchdown. It was
Yeah.
the old Dallas.
Oh yeah, Jason Witten. Oh,
Yep.
did you see what he did? Did you see what he
Witten.
did? He called for a false start, but he false started and then he went to go into motion, like he
Yeah.
was going in motion.
Yeah.
And it also took him 5 seconds to separate from a defensive end to catch that touchdown. But
Hey, yo.
It's Jason Witten, man. Do you expect speed out of him?
no, I don't. I'm just saying he is old.
That game, though, the only thing I didn't like about that game was Josh Jacobs looking really good that first series.
Yeah.
Scored a touchdown, doesn't touch the ball until the third quarter.
Yeah. Bruce picked Vegas. He was the only one to pick Vegas in that game.
Vegas is Steegis.
But
Yeah, they fell apart.
I want to see the Chiefs and the Steelers play so bad. Because the Chiefs
It'll be a good game.
the Chiefs just sleepwalk through the game and then half of the fourth quarter's left and then they're just like, all right, touchdown, 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 we win. The Steelers kind of sleep through the game and then second half, they keep teams around them, they
Yeah.
play to the level of their opponent. I think
Always
that
have.
game could be incredible.
I'm excited for that if we ever get there.
Because if the Chiefs just kind of sleepwalk through, the Steelers get a turnover or two, and then the Chiefs have to just fucking throw the ball, and that game would be so good, I think. I hope we
Chiefs
see
are
that.
really good when they're forced to throw the ball.
Yeah, I really hope we see that.
Dude, this game was good, though.
Rams versus Tampa. Tampa got every opportunity to win the game, and they just decided not to. They got 2 turnovers in the third quarter.
Bro, Cooper
And-
Kupp had 19.9 points at halftime.
Yeah,
He
Cooper
got
Kupp,
11 for 13.
as Devontae Adams tweeted out, most underrated wide receiver. I think him and Tyler Lockett are criminally underrated.
Yeah, I was worried, though. I was
Yeah,
worried.
man,
I was
did you-
worried, bro.
Did you see that route he just shook the corner on? He was faking like he was gonna run a slant, and the corner stepped in probably 5 yards, and it was just
No,
wide open.
I was
It was
superstitious, so I didn't watch the
disgusting.
game.
Yeah, I was at work.
Usually my players go off if I don't watch them. So I was superstitious and I just didn't want to watch the game at all.
Yeah.
I just wanted to look at it and be ahead of Brandon. And the first time I looked, I was 0.4 over Brandon. And I was like, Cooper Kupp, Baron, not catch a damn ball behind the line of scrimmage.
No, I was playing zombies last night.
Yeah, that's what we were doing the entire time.
Yeah,
we were in
yeah.
the middle of the zombies
Yeah.
game. It's 37
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah.
38.
38 rounds.
That game, me and Brandon picked the Bucks to win, and
For some reason.
they decided not to. I mean, they literally got every opportunity to win
No,
that game.
bro, the Rams.
Tom can't
they
have
showed
2
up.
good weeks in
Yeah,
a
he
row.
was. He
You gotta
was. He was
understand
quarterback number one.
We'll see. We'll see.
It
come
can't happen.
I never
Week
seen
14,
2 good
15,
Tom
16.
games.
Yeah, dude, Tom does not do 2 good games back to back in
Right.
fantasy.
And now next game, gonna pop off.
He's gonna go off. If
Better
you pick
play
him
him.
up. Pick him up.
Better play him,
Plays
Tom.
the Chiefs.
Tyler Lockett.
I have a person though. Are we gonna talk about who we think we should play? Who we should pick up on waiver wire today? We talking about
Yeah,
that?
sure, we can later.
Okay.
So we can talk about studs and duds. Do you want us to talk about that studs and duds in the matchups, like our own matchups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, so we'll break down our matchups from this week. Anyone want to take it away first?
Brandon and I can. Oh, I got my trade rejected by Luke.
Yeah, me too.
it was Adam Thielen for Kenyon Drake and somebody else. I don't
Seems
know.
fair.
Oh,
Seems fair.
Jamison Crowder. I was gonna trade him back, Jamison Crowder.
Yeah.
All right, so Brandon and I's game, the only really close game this week. I mean, besides I guess Cooper and Zach's, but
Yeah, Cooper kind of showed up.
yeah, I was impressed because
Keenan Allen kind of showed up.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Keenan Allen so much.
I was not like if
I
I,
wish he wasn't on Cooper's team because I would go all out for him. I would literally trade
Cooper Joe.
everything.
Cooper Joe.
yeah.
I
The
would
thing
trade
about
everything for him.
the thing about that game was like Cooper's running backs don't help him at all.
Yeah.
His wide receivers carry him
Yeah.
because like Lamar is averaging what like 17 points per game at the moment.
Yeah, Lamar's been disappointing for
Oh,
fantasy.
thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, and it's just like his running backs scored a combined 4.1 points.
Yeah.
And then, we'll get back to my game here.
Yeah, let's see.
Brandon and I's.
How was your matchup?
I had Deshaun Watson as quarterback, and I got kind of worried at the beginning of the game because
You were worried.
you were
No.
the whole time I was playing Brandon. For some reason in my gut, I knew I felt like I was gonna lose. And before the game started, I just woken up, walked downstairs, and I hear, "Yeah, I would not start Deshaun Watson this week if I was you. He's just not gonna do it." And I was like, I have a good feeling about him. And he goes quarterback one of the week with 31.36 points. Like, I was excited.
Nice, man.
What?
Hey, man, you can say it out loud.
Yeah.
some breaking
I
news?
was just looking at our records.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm above Luke.
All right.
Oh, boy.
So then my running backs, I had Josh Jacobs and Mike Davis.
Start of the week, Mike Davis.
Yeah, and I was impressed by Mike Davis. Kind of disappointed in Josh Jacobs. I was kind of disappointed in like Gruden because I mean Josh Jacobs looked fantastic that first series. He just couldn't be tackled. Just ran it in, and then he doesn't get touched the ball for another like 2 quarters. Like how many touches?
He had
I
17
think Booker
carries.
had
and
like
one catch.
16. I think.
Yeah.
That's the problem about Josh Jacobs. He's so good, but it's kind of like a Pittsburgh wide receivers. He doesn't get all the touches.
Yeah, Booker's been chilling out.
Yeah, and I like Booker, but
Booker McFarland.
Booger McFarland.
I think we can talk about Booker in the waiver wire. I think
Yeah, I
he's
agree with
a
that.
fantastic handcuff.
for sure. Before the game, I was worried about who I wanted to play. I really wanted to play Robbie Anderson, and then I just backed out of it just because I didn't know how Detroit was going to play. And I really wanted it to be a run game, so
They didn't.
They-
did not play.
they did not play. They didn't show up. But Robbie Anderson didn't do anything crazy. He scored 11 points. But, so my lineup before the day was I was not going to play Cooper Kupp. I was going to play Juju. I was going to put Calvin Ridley and Cooper Kupp in, and then put Clyde at the bottom, which would have won me that game, besides the fact. But I played Cooper Kupp, Juju, T.J. Hawkinson, and Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley, impressed. I mean, he had 5 receptions for 90 yards. He had like 1 reception for 46 yards, which helped him out. Cooper Kupp showed out. I'm impressed. Cooper Kupp's been looking great the last few weeks. He's done what he's done.
The Rams look good.
Yeah, not last game, but like the game before last against Miami, he was 11 receptions for 110 yards with no touchdowns. He hasn't had a touchdown since week 4.
Yeah, and Cooper Kupp's a big touchdown threat. I mean, just a big playability.
Yeah.
And this game was the first time in Rams history that 2 wide receivers caught 10 balls for like 100+ yards. Or
It is
something.
crazy. T.J. Hawkinson showed up just how I wanted him to. I needed him to score between 9 and 15. He scored me 10. I'm excited with that. My defense, I was really hoping my defense was going to go off. They're playing Dallas. Not really a big fan of Dallas. I think they're not doing so hot anymore. And I was hoping their defense was
But
going to go
we
off.
weren't told before the game that Mike McCarthy was going to come out there with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, no one knew that.
and kill some fruit. I mean,
If they told me that one, I
if
would
you
have
knew
picked up.
that, you're curving
Would've picked up
every fucking Viking, dude. You're not playing them. You are not playing them.
He scored 3 points, but let me tell about good old Rodrigo Blankenship.
Hey,
He was
winner.
14 points. I was.
He won the game.
Yeah. No, he went off.
He also kicked a 50-yard field goal short.
Yeah, I know that he would
the
have had.
crossbar.
He would have had what, like
Oh,
19
God.
points. He would have 19 points if he had
Yeah.
missed
His
that.
goggles were.
Or 20 points.
His goggles were.
Yeah.
He would have had 20 points if he wouldn't have missed that.
Yeah, he was on Pat McAfee show, and he said he kicked the ground a little bit fat on that.
But no, Deshaun Watson showed out. I'm excited about that. He had a rushing touchdown. I mean, did you see it? He trucked a guy to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
He beats up.
And then Boo Boo just didn't have the game. It was his birthday. I was really hoping they were gonna maybe tend to him a little bit more. Just I don't know, just because it was his birthday. I don't know. And but the dude rocks some guys. He's probably the most physical wide receiver out there in the league.
DK.
Well, besides like for his size, I guess Boo Boo's pretty big, but DK should be like a tight end in my opinion. He'd be a crazy ass tight end in my
Running
opinion.
into DK though, I knew it was gonna be a rough week. As soon as Thursday night we have Russell Wilson and DK play, and they scored me a combined 33, which I mean is good for two players.
It's a
That is
good
good,
stack,
but it's
It's
Russell.
not how it
But
normally goes.
compared
Yeah.
to this season, you're
Yeah.
expecting like 50.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they scored 33, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose this week. I already knew it. My running back's lackluster. I mean, Damian Harris scored 12.4, and he scored better than the 3 running backs I had on my team. Kareem Hunt, you kind of did something there, but he scored more than Kareem Hunt, James Robinson, and Alvin Kamara. Damian Harris.
Hot week.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
told
and it was
you-
only 12.4. James
Yeah, no.
Robinson dropped 11.4. Not really great. Tyreek Hill did incredible games. Tyreek Hill, he's popping off lately.
He's Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
Darren
bro.
Waller.
I was
playing
worried
great.
that game.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Darren Waller.
Darren Waller is so fun to watch,
I miss
but
him
it's
last year.
not fun to watch when you're playing against him
It's true.
because it's either to him or Josh Jacobs or
Again-
whoever's running the ball. It's nuts.
This is Tyreek Hill had 14 targets in this game. Last week he had 18 targets. Pringle's on IR now.
Yeah.
Mecole Hardman he had limited snaps. He had like 20% of snap share
Yeah.
because of COVID. So he might keep getting these heavy target games.
And I mean, it's fun to see because I'm a big
League
Chiefs
one.
fan. But when you're playing against him, it is very scary to see
Yeah.
him do that. And with Pat Mahomes, everybody goes off. Whoever's on the field, with Pat Mahomes goes off. I mean, Travis Kelce just an amazing tight end.
Incredible game. I had the Ravens D. They scored 0. Even though I knew that game was going to be high scoring, but it's the Ravens D. You start them.
Yeah.
But we can turn this on to the way for Zach's matchup.
My matchup, wow. I thought I was going to lose, honestly. When Thursday night rolled around and Kyler Murray and D-Hop dropped a combined 30, when they normally drop me a combined 50 to 60, I was pooping the bed a little bit. But the rest of my team showed up, not even to their projections, by the way. Let me pull up the projections real quick, because Dalvin was even behind his.
Well,
Dalvin was projected 25.1. He scored 25.0.
Hey, you were right.
Nick Chubb scored 11. DeAndre scored 10. Devontae was above. He scored a 23.6. I did not expect Devontae Adams to do good at all, but here we are. He saved me a little bit. Hunter Henry's been showing up. I haven't had a reliable tight end this whole time because Hunter Henry hasn't shown up.
You dropped him, didn't you, mid-season? You
At
put him back
one
up?
point, I did.
I think I
pick him
played
back
him
up.
1 week.
And with that, he's scored a touchdown in the past 2 weeks, each week. So my hot take with Terry McLaurin kind of went down the drain. But hey, man,
He didn't completely
But
show
like you
out.
said-
always next week.
You said he got injured in that game.
I saw that he got banged up. He didn't show up to practice on Monday.
He got banged.
Yo, no way.
So Terry McLaurin and Antonio Gibson were limited at Tuesday's practice.
Mhm.
So
I should have started DJ Moore, apparently. I even said, hey, start DJ Moore, and I didn't do it, so that's tough.
well, you said Terry McLaurin top 5, so you can't start.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Terry
And it's not like I'm going to bench D-Hop or Vontae,
Yeah.
you know. And, that's a solid week for me. 136, not normally how I do, but solid week. Cooper scared the ever-living shit out of me. When Travis Kelce decided to drop 26 and Keenan decided to drop 34.
On 19 targets. 19 targets.
For Keenan or for Travis?
Keenan.
Okay.
Travis Kelce had 10.
Okay.
Did you see Justin Herbert rolling out to
That
the
was
left,
a beautiful-
throwing on a line to Keenan Allen?
That was what
It was
that was the one
The
play
one
we
in
were
the end
watching.
zone?
That's the one play
That
we
was
watched, and we were like, "Holy shit!"
nasty.
That was when I talking about.
Herbert threw like
Pat
3
Mahomes
defenders.
type stuff.
It was crazy.
It was a
I
laser.
love Justin Herbert. I know Chase Claypool has scored 100 touchdowns this year, but Justin
Give it to
Herbert's
Justin,
so
man.
good.
Give it to Justin.
He's
You
so
have to.
good.
I mean, if you look at it though,
Oh
you
my
have the
God.
Chargers offense and you have Pittsburgh offense. Justin Herbert deserves it more than Chase Claypool does.
I'm saying. I'm saying.
Chase Claypool
Yeah,
needs to be
four.
in the conversation, and he's not even in the conversation, which is absurd. But
Yeah.
Now, I could have easily lost this game if Cooper started running backs. Cooper started Todd Gurley and Mark Ingram, who combined for 4.1 points, and he only lost by 8.
yeah,
So if he played a decent running back, I would have lost. That's scary for a guy that doesn't set his lineup.
yeah. Todd Gurley only got 8 carries and 1 reception compared to, and this was off of the bye, so you figure he would get well rested, just because of all the talk about his degenerative knee, and then
What the heck?
through week 9, his lowest carry total was 14
Dude.
and highs of 23.
The New Orleans Taysums just ate him up, dude.
Yes,
That was crazy.
Taysom.
That was crazy, though.
I think so. Earlier in the season, New Orleans defense was not very good, at least not to what they were in like the past 2.
Yeah.
But
Mike
these
Thomas.
past few games, highlighted by the Bucks game and this game as
Running
well.
backs can't do a thing on them.
No, they haven't had a 100-yard rusher in. It's super long. It's like 3+ years or something. I feel like.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Especially since Dalvin plays them in the playoffs.
Yeah. New Orleans
Are you gonna
is
play Dalvin?
really. Their defense is really good. You guys start paying attention to that in matchups.
Yeah, I gotta really look at matchups now. I'm just so I can save Brandon and not be with Derry.
Uh-huh.
If he would have, I would have scored like 30 points, and then Damian Harris would have scored, and see whatever, and still beat me. I would probably put my tail between my legs and trade all my players away.
Yeah. Bruce, you want to talk about your matchup if Zach's done?
I am done. I also have to go.
Oh, all right.
So this week
Have fun, buddy.
I had the tough matchup of Wyatt, and I'm not gonna lie. Coming into the game, I thought I was gonna lose, and I said that on the podcast last week. But luckily, I got the dub. I won by, I do some math, 18 points. So we had the old Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers. They both scored the same amount pretty much in our
I'm
game.
a little old though.
What really saved me was the Derrick Henry touchdown in overtime.
Yeah.
We were watching that game.
Was it like a 30-yard run or something?
It was like a
25?
25-yard run.
Your
It,
whole entire face was on the camera.
it
I'll
was
be
good.
honest, I thought someone's bag was down here, so I started kicking it. It moved back at me. I was like,
And,
oh, I'm so sorry, buddy.
What kind of held me down this week was Miles Sanders and his fumble. His fumble didn't do him too hot. He started off real hot on the first drive, and then he had that fumble, and he
I like my shoes.
Kinda.
holes.
Are you worried about Jordan Howard being activated to the active roster today?
Bruh.
nah.
All right.
And then my boy's back, Michael Thomas.
What pastas?
I've been saying it. As long as he's back, I'm winning. That's 3 weeks in a row he's back. That's
He
3
actually
weeks in a row I've
produced
won.
this week, though,
And he
so
got me
I'm impressed.
19.4 points, 100 plus yards.
Last week the dude scored a 10.
Deontay Johnson had a good game too. I
You
mean,
finally played
he
him.
was only targeted about 54 times, pretty much.
Who?
How much
Deontay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What?
It's because they put their best guy on Boo Boo. And he is a great wide receiver. He could be wide receiver 1 on any team.
Yeah, Deontay, 16 targets,
16 targets.
12 for 111.
And then I had the old Austin Hooper
Also,
start.
Didn't Deontay catch one and go out at like the 2 or something?
And
Yeah,
he
it was
like
nasty.
he had it.
It
It
was
got
a bobble.
hit out, and then he caught it. If that would have been a touchdown,
Yeah.
that would have been dirty. And then I had J.D. McKissick, and he got 10 points.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Darren
too
Waller
hot,
caught a ball
but my
2 yard
my
line.
defense saved it for me.
Neither
The old
of us got a fucking
Pittsburgh
touchdown.
D, 4 interceptions,
If you
3
would've got
points
touchdown,
allowed,
you
and
would've
then the old negative
That's
1
what was
points
scary. I
from
was like,
Matt Prater was pretty
No one
nice.
can get it.
And then White's team kind of just did White's team pretty
Did
much.
Wyatt.
He had Naeem Hines and Leonard Fournette. They didn't do too well.
Wide
And
receivers
then
didn't look bad.
T.
though.
Higgins, it's going to hurt now that Joe Burrow is gone. But CeeDee Lamb had that touchdown catch, so it helped him out. And then Mark Andrews and Claypool also got into the end zone. And then his defense scored him -1, so that didn't help.
Yeah, I'll take it away and move on to my matchup. I played Luke this week. It was like a must-win. I need to win out to make the playoffs, like I said on Thursday's podcast, if you gave it a listen. I I won 150 to 127. I had a lot of my own starts of the week. I had Big Ben. I had Justin Jefferson, Kalen Balaj.
He didn't do that bad. I was impressed.
My team did. Everyone performed very well. Like I was not disappointed in anyone. Big Ben getting me 17. James Conner giving me 13. That's become acceptable after his performances of 4 and 6.8 the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I hope that James Conner gets back on track. Antonio Gibson.
Accepted.
It's Gibbs season, baby. I love Antonio Gibson. He's finally getting a lot of work. And this week, Washington was up, and so that translated to him getting 16 carries on the ground. So if that continues, I, as an Antonio Gibson owner and fan, would love that. Tyler Lockett, 21, back on track. Justin Jefferson, 17, just really emerging as a great rookie wide receiver. I played the cheat card, the legal cheating card of Taysom Hill at tight end. I mean, it's cheating, but it's legal, so sorry. Kalen Balaj, 14 points. I take that. And the Browns defense, let me tell you, Carson Wentz is very bad. Carson Wentz is awful.
Horrible.
Bad.
They would cut to the game, and like I said with the Jake Luton thing, I feel like most of the time the ball would just be flying in the air, just like a duck, just ready to be intercepted.
Yeah, it's not good.
No. What does Philly even do? They drafted.
They put in Nick Foles.
They drafted Hurts. I mean, you can't go away from Carson Wentz though. Like no matter how bad he's playing, he's got his weapons back now. I mean, it was a rainy day. It was an awful weather game. Maybe you just chalk it up to that. But Jonathan Taylor on my bench finally had a great game. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with my team. Moving on to Luke's team. Zeke finally had a good game. Herbert is incredible. Giovanni Bernard needs a touchdown to be relevant. Julio was hurt a lot of this game, and Adam Thielen was playing horse with CD Lamb. I mean, he was just having incredible catches all over the field. Hayden Hurst laid a goose. Not ideal. Marvin Jones, 9 points. The Chargers D11. And Younghoe Koo getting all of the Falcons' points with 3 field goals, giving him 13.
What a great guy.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
I'd kiss him.
I thought it was Young Ho.
All right.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Potato.
I don't really know.
What
I really don't know. I swear I hear them say Younghoe Koo, but it is spelled
but
Young.
it looks like Young Ho.
Yeah, I have no clue.
It only gets censored on TV, man.
Younghoe Koo. But yeah, I won. Very satisfied with that.
Gotta get that.
I'll take that.
Gotta
dub.
get that.
You guys want to talk waivers?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now that I made a trade and I need to pick up 2 players,
What kind of players do you need?
probably running back depth, just
Okay.
just to add to that.
I got a player I think everybody should pick up this week.
So
Graham Hunt.
Nope.
what I am thinking is maybe just get handcuffs, just because if I'm getting
It's kinda
Mostert,
sneaky.
I'm getting Eckler back. I have Gibson and as well as Steelers running back who sucks, James Conner. I really want to get the Raiders running back Booker. He's getting a lot of touches, and if Jacobs goes down for some reason, and he has been known to be injury prone, I'd like to have him before he gets hurt.
Booker?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as far as my waiver claim.
Alright, I'm picking up a defense this week, but if you're in need for a wide receiver, pick up Nelson Aguilar. The dude is showing out. I mean, he hasn't been so hot recently. I mean, every other week he does really good. He went 19 points, then a bye, 21 points, then 0, 15, then 1, and then he scored 20. And, I mean, those teams he played against were not horrible teams. Like, Cleveland, I don't even think... He had 2 carries against Cleveland.
2 targets.
2 targets, okay, I read that online. But, like, he's playing against Atlanta next week. One, his defense, not the best. And then when that week that it would him going off again would be the Jets.
Yeah.
And the Jets are ass. So I'd see pick him up this week and then hold on to him for 2 weeks and see what he does. I think he'll show out.
He dropped a really crucial catch. It was like 3rd down, and Carr was just getting pressured, and he just threw it up to Nelson Aguilar on the sideline, and he dropped it. Philly fans rejoice. But he could have had an even better game. And I think that was a really crucial point in the game. Like, it might have led to a Raiders score, and then Raiders might have swept the Chiefs. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But, yeah, he's a big boom bust player to me because he's just hits, like, against the Chargers, Week 9, 2 catches, 55 yards. I mean, it's the deep threat shot.
Yeah, but I think if you're playing in like a 10 to 12 man league, go for it. I think it turned out really well for you. Did you say Kareem Hunt?
Wayne Gallman.
Okay.
That's what man I'm gonna say. What, really?
He just read it off my phone. He just read it off my phone.
I mean, last 3 games, or 4. We just go with the last 4 games. And his attempts.
He had a bye this week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I knew his keys were down there. My bad, man.
He had 10, 12, 14, 18 attempts. So they're slowly rising. Receiving, I mean, they had 5 and then 1, 1, 1. So they do use them a little bit, not much. I mean, you might expect a catch or 2, which means PPR. That's always nice to have that in your running back. Everyone loves that. But yeah, the attempts. He has had a touchdown in his last 4 games he has played. With the most recent one, he had 2 of them. So he's getting that.
That was the start of the week for Bruce.
It was.
Yeah. So, man, I'm saying right there. I mean, he has some interesting defenses for you. Cincinnati, Seattle, Arizona, Cleveland, Baltimore, and Dallas. Well, Dallas is probably not going to be played. That's past the season on your play fantasy season. So, you know.
Well, since he read it off my phone, I had the same guy.
Who has waiver priority?
Me. But anyway.
Yeah, what is waiver line? Where am I at this week?
So why I like him is because Devontae Freeman's on IR. So Wayne Gallman is the guy. I mean, Devontae Freeman's not going to be taking carries and touches and touchdowns away from Wayne Gallman. So I see Wayne Gallman being that guy for the rest of until Devontae comes back. If he does, I don't know what his injury is, but I definitely look into Wayne Gallman, adding him.
Yeah. Another name I want to mention. I mentioned him last week. Salvon Ahmed, 66% rostered. With Myles Gaskin on IR, we don't know how long it will be until he is back, but he is getting the Jets, Cincinnati, Kansas City, New England, Las Vegas. The only matchup you don't really like is the KC game, but I mean that's every other game through playoffs. Obviously, depending on Myles Gaskin's health, I think Salvon Ahmed is a good play. If you need a spot start, if you're dealing with any injuries, like maybe J.K. Dobbins, maybe. I mean, I was really hyped for J.K. Dobbins. He had a great game this last week.
You almost picked him up too, Brian.
Yeah, Brandon called that one.
Yeah, I picked him up, but I dropped him for like Taysom Hill, I think.
Hold on. You want a good way? Oh, just give me like 5 seconds here.
Yeah, this last week, J.K. Dobbins had 15 touches and 2 catches, or 15 touches on the ground, 2 catches, 18 fantasy points, kind of taking over the Baltimore backfield. I think he was in for close to 70% of snaps, and Mark Ingram was only in for like 10.
There you go, that's 20 seconds.
So J.K. Dobbins will be a good pickup going forward, despite him not playing this week.
Darius Slayton.
30. This dude said 5 seconds.
I'm sorry, it took me a little bit because I was waiting for the young man to talk.
I was just trying to fill time. So
Alright, Darius Slayton. Hear me out on this.
over Sterling Shepard?
They could both have big games, but I'm just saying he's gonna have a solid. I'm not gonna say he's gonna drop 30. He's gonna drop 15 to 20. That's
He's what, wide receiver 2?
you know, probably.
In matchups, I like wide receiver 2s more than wide receiver 1s.
Just saying he's playing in Cincinnati. I mean,
And Seattle after.
yeah.
And Arizona after. And Cleveland's kind of sus, and then both.
Dude,
If you
Cleveland's
don't trust
deep
him,
and
if you have
going
room on
off.
your bench, pick him up, keep him there if you don't trust him this week, and see how he does.
I don't think you need.
What is Cleveland? Are they 7-3 at this point?
Yeah.
Yes.
They are the worst 7-3 team I've ever seen. I don't care if they run the ball 100 times. Baker is awful.
This time,
Maybe Baker has more wins than Big Ben does now, and
everyone,
Brown Stadium. Yeah.
do not underestimate those players that you might think are going to pop off this week, but they could have a good playoff schedule, and you don't want to touch them until then. It's coming down to that point. I called over Brandon Cooks like 5 weeks ago. He is now rocking an average. He's now projecting like 15 or so a game. When I picked him up, he was rocking like 9 or something like that.
Now is the time to really look at schedule, playoff schedule, and defensive playoff schedule. This is the point in time where it's okay to roster 2 defenses just for schedule purposes. But yeah, that will do it for our waivers. I think that will do it for the podcast as well. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been the Tuesday show, 11/24/2020, with the boys. Great show. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Turkey game.
Peace out, baby.